Welcome back to CentralValleyTalk.com with Mike Briggs and Athena. Okay, so I love to read, and my friend, well, we call him Mr. Halterman. He teaches at Red Bank, a wonderful teacher. He dropped this book off to me and said my wife wrote a book called Unspoken Words, a Hope in the Future series, book 1. And I'm like, because I love to read. So I started to read it. I haven't finished it yet, but it is awesome. It is different. So without further ado, Janna Halterman, everybody. Woo, and the crowd goes wild. Janna, tell us about your book. Is this the first of a series?
The first of a series.
Okay.
It wasn't supposed to be, but apparently I'm very long-winded in person and on page. So
I love it.
It's a series.
Explain what it's about, because even like the first part, I'm like, this is interesting. August 2161.
Yes. Well, you see, if you write in the future, you don't have to know any facts. You can make everything up. So I wrote it in the future, so I could make everything up. So it's just a story of, a girl and a boy, and how they meet, and ultimately it's a story of how the main character comes to know Christ. But that's among romance and tragedy and chaos and
I like it. And is it supposed to be? It's interesting because in the future, you're talking about Texas, how it's split.
Yes.
Is it kind of like, I just thought about The Handmaid's Tale, because The Handmaid's Tale is like in the future, and like what the government was kind of making up rules and regulations. I know it's not like that, but
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, so The Handmaid's Tale is a book, and now I never watched the series, but it was in the future, and the government made all these rules and regulations about women and pregnancies and marriage, and it was it's really hard to describe. It's
I'll have to read them.
Yeah, it's like a cross between maybe your book and Hunger Games and the future. It's interesting without maybe the Christianity part in it. So who are you trying to target? Moms, young adults? Who's your target audience?
Young adults. I would say anywhere between like 17 to 30s. That's kind of a wideish range, but I hope I've had older ladies read it too, and they enjoyed it.
Because I'm almost 50, and I was like, this is good.
The main characters are at college-ish age. So,
I was thinking roommates or something like that in the beginning, or friends.
Yeah.
When I was reading the first couple of chapters, But even someone like me that's, 49 or 50 can definitely enjoy it. So is this your first book ever?
My first book ever, yes.
Where can you get it?
You can get it on Amazon. It's available Kindle version or paperback.
Okay, cool. So if you have a Kindle, you can order it?
You sure can.
That is so cool. You should try to, even in churches and stuff, I could see this, talking to churches and selling well there, too.
Yeah, sure.
Girl,
I know marketing's not my forte.
I'm going to be your marketer.
Deal.
You are wonderful. But about your personal life, I know you're a wife and a mother, and you love Jesus. You have 3 kids.
I have 3 kids, yes.
But you have a great story. I don't know if you mind talking about it on the air about your kids. So you and your husband were about to adopt this baby boy.
Yes.
And then you find out you're pregnant the day before you adopt him.
Yes, I was at my sister's house, or we were at my sister's house, who lives 6 houses down, and I was like, you know what, our son's moving in with us tomorrow. He was 4 months old. I was like, I'm just going to, take away the anxiety and take a test, and then I almost passed out because I was pregnant. So
it's just hey, again, Jesus, God.
He knows what he's doing.
He's got a plan. And sometimes they say, right when you adopt, or just like your situation, you have the baby or about to adopt. There was a celebrity, I think she's on Law and Order, Mariska something or other.
I don't know.
She had, what'd you say, Michael?
Marissa.
That's it. Her and her husband had a baby in her 40s like me, and they adopted a baby, and the next thing you know, they get a call from the mom or the dad, hey, the brother or the sister, and sometimes that'll happen too. And all of a sudden, she ends up with 5,000 kids, Not that
I don't need 5,000. I'm good.
But you're a mom and a wife. You love Jesus. This is this is really cool. If I could read the back.
Of course.
Christianity is an unwelcome religion in the United States. Texas has split with the United States. And so did all the states split all together in your book? Like all of them?
Yeah,
or 10 other states?
Yeah, there was a split, a civil war we don't see.
Right, because it's the future.
Because it's the future.
You never know what could happen. And then growing up as an orphan in an all-girl government home. And it's funny because there used to be orphanages in America. Mm-hmm. Now, it's foster homes.
Right.
It's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen to like kids.
In my brain.
Yeah.
My make-believe world.
How do you sit down and write a book, Janna? Like, do you need quiet? Like, what time?
I can't have my kids up.
No.
So usually it's
because I can't do stuff without them. I mean, with them right with me.
It started with a dream, like a literal dream, sleeping time dream. And then it was like the middle part of the book that I dreamt. Yeah. And so I just was writing until then, and then had to figure out where it went from that point. Yeah. So it's just fun. It's a lot of fun to make up characters and see where they go.
So I know you can't tell us what happens to Evelyn, but in the Hope in the Future series book 2, is it going to be different characters, or is it always about Evelyn, or are you going to leave us in suspense?
Evelyn will be in the book, or in all the books.
In all the books?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
I'm just wondering, because like in series, they're like, the character gets killed off or something happens.
No, I'm attached to her. I'm going to keep her.
So Evelyn's always...
Yes, she'll be around.
Okay.
Yes.
How long do you plan on writing about her, or do you just you're just going to take it day by day? And see how the series goes?
I got to get away and go hiking with a girlfriend a couple days ago, and so we got to finally hash through some stuff, and I was like, this might have to be 3 books. I only wanted it to be 2. Well, I only wanted it to be 1. But all the stuff of getting her from this point to this point, I think it's going to have to be 3 books because she has a lot to go through.
Yes, and your mind is going, and but this is a great book because it got me going. It's just I don't know, you're a good writer.
Oh, thank you.
You kept me hanging, and I got to finish it. We got to have you on the air with us again. So when I finish it, and then we can move on to the book 2 part of this series, that would be awesome.
That would be great.
And then you'll probably have to write about another character after Evelyn. Then.
Oh, I've got 5 other stories.
Do you really?
I just love dreaming. It's so fun.
And you don't ever get writer's block? Do you sit down and you're stuck?
No, not yet.
Good.
I
don't want to jinx you. When it stops being fun, you said? Well, what you could do is, you have 3 kids now.
I have 3 kids, yes.
There is so much, when you see things that they do.
Yep.
Yep. You could keep on going, girl.
Or when I meet people out and about, I'm like, you would make a great character.
Exactly.
And then they're inspired.
Like me, like a
you.
TV host.
Exactly.
Athena, the Greek Athena, the Greek goddess.
Yes.
Will you ever write a book about Fresno? Taking place in Fresno?
If I write I have one in mind, actually, yes.
Okay.
And I figured if I write a current time period, it has to be somewhere I know. So either Fresno or I grew up in Sacramento, so one of those 2 would be doable because I could write it.
Love on the Delta. How does that sound?
Love on the Delta. I love it.
Love on the Delta with Jesus looking down on the river. There you go.
There we go. Done.
All right, Janna, before we let you go, is there anything else that you want to tell us about Unspoken Words and where we could get the book and all that fun stuff?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. I'm on Instagram if you want to connect. I'll answer any questions. I don't know.
Well, whatever. Cool. Hey, are you available? I know this is kind of a weird question for a book club or Bible class
definitely.
or something like that.
As long as I can find a babysitter, I'm available.
Bring your kids. We don't care. You can bring your kids today. All right, Janna. Janna Halterman, Instagram. Say that at
Janna Halterman.
There you go. Unspoken Words available on Amazon. We'll be right after back. Thank you, Janna.
Thank you.